What's up, fight fans? This is Kirk DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Charles Prince Martin. Charles Martin says he's ready for any heavyweight with a belt, and this is what he has to say. First of all, he did a lot of commenting on Tyson Fury's gloves, which he felt that something was wrong, something was shady with the gloves. Okay. He also said that Adam Kalnacki, because of course Adam Kalnacki and himself fought to a 12-round decision, which Adam Kalnacki won. He just outworked Charles Martin. I think Charles Martin was coming on strong in the later rounds, and I think he just started too late to start landing those bombs because of the constant pressure that was coming on him from Adam Kalnacki. And he did say that him and his team wanted that rematch. And he said, according to Team Kalnacki did not want that rematch at all. And like I've told you guys many times, Martin Kalnacki fight was one of my favorites, okay, especially from last year. And that was a very, very competitive fight. It was a rock'em sock'em robot fight. I do think Adam Kalnacki edged it. But then, you know, Charles said, Martin, he did say that he was he was coming from a 14-month layoff, so he was rusty, and he said no heavyweight would beat him while he's on his game plan, okay, or he's active, all right. And he said he will fight anybody. You know, of course, you know, he's high up on the ranks for the WBA once again, or the WBO. No, it's the WBA. And he wants that. No, I believe it's the IBF. It's one of those sanctioning bodies. I can't remember which now. But him knocking out Jarrell Washington, he's on a high now. Of course, he's with Manny Robles, so it looks promising to him. That was a good knockout, a good impressive knockout. He showed that he does have a chin, and he shows that he can take shots. He showed against Jarrell Washington, and he also showed against Adam Kalnacki. Now, the question you ask yourself is, if those guys, if he can take punches from those guys, that shows you a lot about other fighters' punching power that he did get knocked out by. And I'm talking about Anthony Joshua. Now, this is what I also want to cover in this segment. You know, he mentioned Anthony Joshua, and he hopes that he could get another crack at Anthony Joshua. And he feels that he's active. He feels that he's ready, more energized. He thinks that he can get Anthony Joshua out of there, you know, and he says, I'm a special fighter and nobody can beat me while I'm at my best. The only person that can beat me is me, you know. So it does look good for Charles Martin, you know, to get back in the mix. And nothing like a fighter that beats you that gets defeated, you know, because what he did say, oh, I would tear that ass up in the second rematch. See, and let me counterpunch something. It's easy for any fighter or anyone to have a mindset and have a voice. And it's easy for them to say that they could beat you after seeing you beat. Okay? Seeing is believing, people. Speak it, believe it, receive it. But really, you're supposed to see it, right? You got to see it first. But I think it's easier for people to say, hey, yeah, you know what? I'll destroy this guy now. You know, because it's easy for you to say that because you've already seen it done. Not by your hands, but you know, if you know a guy can fall, or you know it can have the ability to fall, you can also make that happen. You can duplicate that process. And I think that's what Charles Martin now is really wanting to do, you know. And I think really now at this point, since Adam Kalnacki has took the L, you know, he drops down a couple notches, right? Because his slot was taken by Helenius. Helenius released hell on him. So, you know, Charles Martin, that should make him even more motivated, because now if you're not so good, I'm not so bad, right? So he's using that mentality with it. And of course, he's coming off a win. He's ready to fight any heavyweight. He's ready to get it on. And my thing is, I mean, why didn't he fight Deontay Wilder years ago? He could have fought him way before fighting Anthony Joshua. You know, that's just my 2 cents and my counterpunch, of course. But it does look good for the sake of boxing that Charles Martin is back at itself, is active, is off the couch, is off the weed. Because you guys remember, after he did take a knockout from Anthony Joshua, this guy was he was tripping just a bit. Do you guys remember those interviews? I don't know if you remember, but Charles Martin, he was on one. He was on a long ride, and that ride wasn't going nowhere good. You know, I remember him, you know, having rants going live. I smoke weed, bitch. I smoke weed. I'm a god. You know, so he was having a few episodes. So I am glad that he's back to normal. He's positive. He's thinking with, you know, like he has his head screwed on straight. And he's ready for any heavyweight out there. You guys tell me what you think about Charles Martin calling out all heavyweights with a belt. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.